Hey, Evil Dead Rise. Would you like to hear our thoughts? Stay tuned. All right, everyone. Hey, I'm Carlo Francesco.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is Feel the Flow. And we went to see Evil Dead Rise a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So we had to process it. And people who have seen it will tell you, whew, my God, what did you think?
First of all, I just want to start by saying spoiler warning. And if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out and then come back and check this review out. But wow. Oh, man. That's like my thought for like all these movies recently. It's just because this movie was so over the top and like, but done so well.
Yes.
That's how it started. It's over the top, but it's done so well. And if you like that, like kind of goofiness and like over the top gore that the original Evil Dead has, and even the 2013 Fed Alvarez Evil Dead, it's like those two combined almost.
Yes,
it's
I
like,
agree. Yep.
But it was great. I thought it was really good, and I enjoyed my time in the movies.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I thought, yeah, you know what? It was right from the get go, man. I mean, like you said, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Like when she at the beginning and pulls that freaking girl's hair off and shit.
Oh my goodness,
whew, man, that's.
That was like some crazy stuff. Like,
we looked at each other and said, "Oh boy, look what we're in for."
Yeah, I would say right off the top, this movie like just jumps right into the gore and like just brutalness, and I would just say like almost cringy. Like you just like if you're squeamish, I wouldn't eat popcorn while you're watching this.
No,
I got popcorn and I had to stop halfway through because it was just some of the stuff was so disturbing and like unsettling. It was just
it really was. I ate my popcorn. I was all right with it.
Nah, I was not. And there was a couple scenes we'll get into later on, but it was definitely like.
You know,
it was crazy.
It was creepy. It was something different, and wow, they kept it Evil Dead. That's for sure, man. They didn't, stop at any. I mean, when it came to kids, anything, man. It was game on.
No holds barred here.
Oh my goodness gracious! I mean, they even taking out children. I was like, what?
Yeah. So I guess we can get into that. The premise. So
yeah,
we start off in the woods. And we're in this cabin again, almost like any Evil Dead kind of setting, and we see someone already possessed. And I had forgot. I'm not like a huge Evil Dead fan, but they're called something when they get possessed, but I forget. Anyway, one of the girls is already possessed and like goes on this killing rampage. But it brings us into one day earlier. It jumps back in time, brings us to one day earlier, and it shows a sister named Beth, played by Lily Sullivan, who goes to see her sister because she finds out she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And Beth, or Ellie, her sister's name is Ellie, played by Alyssa Sutherland, and she has 3 kids. She's going through a divorce/breakup, and she's losing the house. But then I guess we go into, the sisters having this like kind of on and off relationship because Beth is always on the road. And the kids go get pizza, they come back, and there's an earthquake, which I don't know. Do you think the earthquake was caused by the book? Like it was some kind of like
I don't know
awakening, or if it was just like an actual earthquake?
I think it was an actual earthquake. I think I'm not sure where they were in. I don't know if they were in California. I don't remember what the opening scene.
I don't remember. I don't know if it said.
Yeah,
honestly.
So I really don't either because they could have been in California and this was an earthquake.
Yeah,
and so because the mom said, it just. Because they were all like concerned about the earthquake, so they must have been like somewhere where they have earthquakes. So that had to be California. Mm-hmm. So and then go ahead, finish.
Oh yeah, so pretty much after the earthquake, it opens this hole in a parking garage, and there are 3 kids, which was Danny, Cassie, and Bridget. And Danny jumps into the hole exploring. He finds like this creepy priest stuff and a whole bunch of religious items and everything, and he finds the book that is from all the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, and some records too.
Yeah, and some records. And he packs it up in his bag and brings
old
it back
48s.
Upstairs.
I think they were what they called old 48s. I think they were called because you couldn't only play at a certain speed. Because you can't play those anymore. Those things you don't make record players for those. Just aged myself on that
one. So anyway, he opens the book. Bridget's like I think she's the oldest. or maybe Danny's the oldest. Bridget goes like Danny, Bridget, Cassie's the young little girl that you see in the movie.
I think she was the oldest, but I think she didn't have a driver's license. You know, the other one.
Yeah,
because
he did say that. Yeah, he's like, once you get your license.
Yeah, kept throwing it in her face because she didn't want to go get one.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but she's Bridget's like, this isn't a good idea. We need to get. We need to put this book back where we found it. I don't like the vibes anyway. And he doesn't listen. He opens the book, starts going through it. He starts playing those records, and it says the words that summon that book to come alive.
Yep.
And
then comes the demon.
All horror starts.
Yep. You know, you got that spirit flying, like it did in the woods.
View.
You know, and it's like flying, and then the mother's in an elevator, and
so the mom, so I'll go there. The spirit flies out. The mother's going downstairs to do laundry, which was talked about in the beginning. It was kind of foreshadowed how it was going to happen. When Bridget's given a hard time, anyway. The mother gets possessed, and it has this very intense sequence in the elevator where she's getting possessed, and it is just brutal. Like, you got limbs snapping, she's getting like pulled up by cords and electrical cords
choked and shit. And
I was like, so what do you think of that scene? Like, we can start there.
Oh
and,
man, it was just intense right from that point on.
Yeah, it
got
just,
really
like,
intense, you know. And I mean, like you said, man, if you're a fan of Evil Dead. Oh shit! Right from the get go, it's just it really. There's no lulling down in the movie. There's no. It's you're on the edge of your seat. You know. The sound is very loud.
Yes.
I'm gonna warn you now. If you go see it, the sound is like up here.
And
it's screeching.
It is. It's like almost ear piercing. Like
and I think they purposely did that, made that ear because once the music but the sound stopped, it was normal voices.
Yeah.
You know, and with the sound, I did a great job with that audio, man.
I totally agree with you.
And you can hear all the whispers throughout the theater. Oh,
that was unreal. The sound design in this movie was very well done. I definitely check this out in a theater if you can with the best sound possible. Because we saw it in the Showcase Cinemas, the X Plus theaters. They have the whole super awesome surround sound. So the sound design in this movie was crazy.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Crazy.
And it was directed really well, and it was actually directed by Lee Cronin. Yeah. And I'm not familiar with his work, but I think it was well done, and I think it fit the style of the other Evil Dead movies.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that elevator scene was intense.
The elevator.
And then it just nonstop from there.
Yeah, so, it was nonstop. Craziness.
Ellie goes back in. She's possessed at this point into the apartment, and she's like acting crazy. She's possessed at this point, so she's doing some weird stuff. She's like, she's cracking the eggs and everything on the fire, and then kind of acting normal, like the demon's almost acting normal. Try to get in there, and then goes through this whole crazy stuff, and then drops down to the floor.
Yep, and then there we go.
And then there we go, because then the demon at this point is they already know the sister and all the kids already know something's not right, and that's when just all hell breaks loose.
Yep,
and just starts going left, right, and everywhere else. You know, seriously, because and I think Alyssa Sutherland just killed that role.
Yeah, she did. She did a really good job. She did
acting possessed. She was creepy. I was getting some shivers. I was like,
yeah,
nope,
she
I ain't
was creepy, man.
With her.
That whole man, she played. Oof, geez.
Yeah. And you said earlier, they didn't have a limit to where this movie went.
Yep.
They were just taking out kids left and right.
Yeah, they were wait, they're taking the kids out too? What the heck kind of movie is this? What am I watching? I mean, we're not talking little kids. We're talking teenagers.
Teenagers,
I mean, really little, young, maybe 16.
Yeah.
You know, I usually you see teenagers. They're usually 18 to 21, or you know what I mean, in those movies, type of movies.
Yeah.
And they're in the camping somewhere because they're allowed to get out and leave the house.
Yeah.
These kids weren't even old enough to leave the house.
No,
without the mother's permission. And I was like, damn, they went to go get a pizza and had to ask. And I was like, shit. And then it was
it was I guess we've both been saying 0 to 100 real fast.
Yeah.
Once
real fast.
The mother got possessed, and then. I just want to talk about real quick some of the craziest moments that made us kind of both kind of look away.
Yeah,
was one when the daughter gets infected. Bridget is the first one to get infected after the mom, and she starts getting possessed and everything, and she starts throwing up these maggots, and I'm like, ugh, for one, because I don't even like that. But then when the aunt or the sister Beth finds her, and she's sitting on the counter, and then she's chewing the glass, and takes a bite, and you can see the glass like stick out of her neck, and like as she's swallowing it, I was like,
yeah, that's when he stopped eating his popcorn.
yeah, that's what I was like, nope, that's it. And then right after that, they get into this intense fight, which this whole movie is very intense. It's just very bloody,
very bloody, gory, right from the get go.
It's just like always in your face, just like over the top craziness going on. So during that fight. Or it might have been actually earlier with the mother, Ellie, still, when she was first possessed, and Beth goes to crawl away, and she grabs the cheese grater and then grinds the back of her leg, and like, that was just like some crazy
I think the cheese grater was like, you can see the skin going through the cheese grater.
I was like, oh no. But then, Danny gets possessed, and then... it's just Beth and Cassie left the little girl, which I think the little girl, Nell Fisher, she did really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen her in any other projects. I don't recall.
No, I didn't see it, but she did a really good job, man.
I think she did really well.
I was like really surprised. Like, I mean, they put a girl that young in that kind of film. It was like
she's like, yeah, I got to give her praise because that is crazy. I didn't really think about that, but you're just saying that now.
She was little.
That young. And then this kind of movie,
what was she like 9 in that? What's she?
I don't know.
You got her over there. I don't know, but I don't know. She was young.
Yeah, she was.
Here she is. Right
She's
there.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, she's little, people.
She is.
She's little.
Probably like 10.
Yeah, I would say 10. Yeah. Damn, that was like.
And it is, yeah. So just
it's crazy,
very
man.
good props to her. I think some of the supporting characters were cool as well. Kind of just like extra bodies, which were the
neighbors.
Yep.
The neighbors, the neighbors were cool. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, go see it, guys. I mean, if you like a good scare or a good jump scare, and go check it out.
What did you think about the ending? So obviously, everybody ends up getting possessed.
Oh, I love the ending because it shows you how the first girl from the beginning in the woods got possessed.
Yeah,
because she was in the building.
Yeah,
and she went down to the garage and saw all the blood everywhere, and
she's like,
and then the spirit thing took her, and then she went and picked up a friend and went to the cabin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it opened up. So it was pretty cool.
It was cool.
But
do you think it like
a little over the top? Little over the top going in through the meat grinder. I mean, through the tree.
Oh yeah, the wood chipper.
Wood chipper there, yep.
I kind of agree with you there.
Definitely. But other than that, I mean, it was typical Evil Dead when you see that kind of. It's typical, And then they'll see all the little pieces still moving around on the floor. It was like, God.
And, you even called it out, bringing back the chainsaw, obviously.
Yeah, the chainsaw,
Bruce Campbell, and
the shotgun, and everything else. Yeah, that it was good that they brought all that back. I noticed that the book was different, though.
Was it? How was it?
Yeah, the book. Remember, the book had a face on the old one. It's like a face and eye, and on the original.
Oh, I don't remember
with Ash.
That. Yeah.
Okay,
so that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it didn't have teeth.
Okay.
It had a face on it.
Yeah, it's been so long, so I can't really remember. But okay.
So
that's a cool plan to point out. But I wonder. I'm not sure if this is connected to the Fed Alvarez 2013 movie, Evil Dead.
I don't know. They never really said.
It had that definitely similar feel.
I'm just glad they can. This is one of those movies you can move about without connecting anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I don't care if it's connected or not.
Yeah, you can really move it around. And it's Evil Dead. The book is the book, and that's it. It can move around. It's like Jumanji. You can take a game and put it anywhere. They put it in the video game. But they just took the book. The book was different. I noticed that. Maybe there's more than one book of the Dead.
That'd be crazy. So that's an evil spirit.
Yeah, because I don't remember the book biting people.
No, I don't think it necessarily bit him, but
it had teeth on it.
It had teeth, and it cut him, and that's what kind of opened it up. Like it was almost like a protection.
Like a protection, yeah.
And,
so.
But either way, I think for the end, I enjoyed the end. It was it was very creepy when they all the kids and the mom combined into like one creature.
Yeah,
almost reminded me of The Thing. You remember?
Kind of,
when they, just like a big creature made out of like
human centipede.
Yeah, human centipede type thing. It was like just very, definitely over the top.
Yeah, they were just over the top. It was like all these pieces of people, and it was
but I didn't think it got too corny at the end either. Like, obviously, it had that Evil Dead campiness throughout the movie, but it wasn't like bad. And this movie's been getting really well received by critics and fans.
Yes,
just moviegoers. So I'm glad the. Even though the show got canceled, that we're still getting movies on the big screen for this, and I hope we see more because the way this went, I'd love to see another story.
Yeah, me too.
Evil Dead,
I'd love to see
franchise. So, but yeah, overall, great movie. I highly recommend. Definitely go see it in theaters with the sound and the cinematography is really good for an Evil Dead movie.
Yep. That's all I gotta say about that one.
That's all I gotta say. It was just
Yeah, because it was. If you want to see gore, go see it. If you're into that, yeah. If you're into like the lot of blood and a lot of exploding guts and brains and eyeballs and
everything else.
You can do everything. It was a guy that got his eyeball bitten out and God, it was just terrible. I was like, oh, not terrible, but it was entertaining.
He died in this movie any way possible.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Everything goes, like I said,
any way possible. You know. Yeah. All right then, you all set there, brother?
That's all set. I'm all set,
man. I'm all set, but you know what to do.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Let you know when we're on here at Feel the Flow. And
yeah, and we will see you soon.